Good morning, dear children, and welcome for your online classes. In the previous class, we learnt activity sheet 2, in which I told you that it is based on one chapter 1.3 Heaven on a Stick and a poem 1.4 Integrity Put to Test. Then we have started with read these lines as an unseen passage. After this, we have completed the correct form of the words in brackets. Then I told you about punctuation marks, comma, colon, semicolon, full stop. Then I told you the meaning also, where to put slash, quotation mark. Then I told you to do this, punctuate the following verse passage using capital letters wherever necessary. After this, we have done underline the mistake and write the correct ones. Then question 5, rewrite each sentence beginning with the given words. And we have ended that class by showing you this picture of much and many. And I told you to find the difference between much and many and search certain examples related to these two topics. Today I will tell you in detail about much and many. Much. Much means what? बहुत सारा. Many. Many means what? बहुत सारा. Both the meanings are same. Much also means a lot. Many also means a lot. But much we are using for uncountable nouns. The noun which we cannot count and they are singular form. The noun which we cannot count and they are in singular form. For that we are using much. For example, money. Can you count money? Many a times I gave you this example, is it? We can count rupees, but we cannot count money. 100 rupees, 100 money we don't say. 5,000 rupees, 5,000 money we don't say, is it? So that's why much we are using for the things which are uncountable, the nouns which are uncountable and which are in singular form. And it is an adjective. And many we are using for countable nouns. For example, how many students are there in your class? How many members are there in your family? Because we can count the members in a family, we can count the students in a family, but they are in plural form. We cannot say how many pen you are having. Pen means what? Only one pen. If you are already knowing it is one pen, then why you are asking how many pen you are having? How many pens you are having, if you will say, at that time, it will be a correct question. Is it? Much also we are using for large amount and many also we are using for large number of things. Much amount, many number. Amount you cannot count, number you can count. Clear? Again I am repeating, much and many both are adjective. Much are uncountable nouns and used for singular form. Many, it's used for countable nouns which are in plural form. Much refers for large amount of things. Amount, not number. You cannot count. And many we are using for large number of things which we can count. Clear till here? Next, much and many. See, it's given in detail. Much means a large amount of or a lot in quantity. Many means a large number of or a lot in number. Much used with countable nouns. Many used with much used with uncountable nouns. Many used with countable nouns. Much used in negative and interrogative clauses. Okay, it is used with negative and interrogative clauses. And many used in questions, affirmative sentence and negations. Negative and negations, they both are same. See, certain examples are given. Clause, affirmative sentences, negative, negations. All these meanings I'll give you now. All the definitions I'll give you now, so that it will be easy for you to understand. You can read the examples. Do you get much chance to travel in your job? I don't have much money. Just now I gave you the example of money. There is too much noise in this class. I wish you much happiness together. John takes part in many school activities. There are too many people stuffed in his car. How many people were there at the concert? Many flowers perished in the storm. Okay? Let's begin. Clause. A clause is a group of related words containing a subject and a verb. A clause, it is a group of related words. Clause is a group of related words which contains a subject and a verb. Both the things are there in clause. And when I'll talk you about phrase, it is different. Clause, it is different from a phrase because which does not include a subject and a verb. I told you about sentence, if you people remember, that words when they are combined together with meaningful sense is known as sentence. And what are phrase? What are phrase? They have sense, they have meaning, but incomplete meaning. Like sentence, example of sentence, the sun rises in the east. Full stop. It's a complete sentence. The sun rises in the east. Full stop. It's a complete sentence. Is it? In the same way, the sun sets in the west. Complete sentence. If I'll say sets in the west, sets in the west, that means it is a phrase. Why? Because it is having meaning that something is setting in the west, but what? So when I'll tell you the complete meaning with having sense, that is your sentence, and the words when we combine together, they make sense but not complete sense. That will be a phrase. In the same way, what is clause? Clause is a group of related words containing a subject and a verb. Then, next, affirmative sentences. What are affirmative sentences? Affirmative sentences, we can also call it as positive sentence. We can also call it as positive sentence. Positive means you cannot write over here no, not, never. All these things will not come. Positive means only simple sentence it will be without any no, never, not, without any negative markings. Okay, so affirmative sentences indicate a positive sense or meaning. Okay, so here is given meaning of affirmative. An affirmative word, phrase or sentence expresses the validity or truth of a basic assertion, while a negative form expresses its falsity. Example given, the sentence Joe is here would be an affirmative sentence. Why? Because here no negative things are there. No, never, not, nothing given. While Joe is not here. Okay. When I am talking about affirmative sentence, see, the sentence is totally positive. Joe is here. Is it? But here the sentence became negative just because of this not. Joe is not here. So that what makes a difference. Affirmative sentence, it's every time it will be positive, and the sentence is not to be called as affirmative if not would be present over there. Then it will be changed into a negative sentence. Next, what is a negative clause? In English grammar, negation, I told you negation or negative, both are same. Negative clause or negation, they both are same. In English grammar, negation is grammatical construction that contradicts or negates all or part of the meaning of a sentence, also known as a negative construction or standard negation. In standard English, negative clauses and sentences commonly include the negative participle not or the contradicted negative ain't. So, this is the main part of it. Okay, so in English grammar, negation or negative clause means where we used to put not, no, never, negative things, or contradicted negative ain't, didn't, then doesn't, hadn't, all these things. Okay? Now, the exercise part. Much, many, a lot of. I gave you the definition of much, many. I told you the difference. This is used for amount, uncountable, singular. This is used for countable, number. Okay, now again I'll be reading this exercise which is given in your book. After this, you people will be solving the book exercise part which is given related to this much, many, a lot of. Okay, dear children? Let's start. We use much with an uncountable noun. We use many with a plural noun. We use a lot of with all types of noun. I already gave you certain example. I already told you the definition. He doesn't have much money. Much for money. He has many books. Books are countable. He has a lot of money. He has a lot of books. Both are correct because just now I read and I told you that a lot of we can use for both. For amount also, for number also. But much we can use only for amount and many we can use only for number. Okay? We use much in questions and in negative sentences but not usually in positive sentences. So we use much in questions, related to questions and in negative sentences. I told you negative clause, negations, but not usually in positive sentences. Positive means affirmative sentences, which I already explained you in the previous one. We can use many and a lot of in all type of sentences. Many and a lot of we can use in all type of sentences, but most probably a lot of only we are using in all type of sentences, and for many we are having certain rules that I already told you. However, in modern English, in simple affirmative statements, a lot of is preferred to much or many. Phillips. Fill in the blanks with much or many. How dash time did he waste? So, how much time? How many time we cannot say. How much time? Second, did dash students fail the test? We can count students or we cannot count. Yes, we can count students. So, it will be did many students fail the test? In the same way, there was dash noise in the hall. Can you count noise? No. So, what will be over here? Much. How dash milk do you buy daily? Can you count milk? No, it's in the amount form. So, what will come over here? Much. There aren't dash hotels in this town. Hotels we can count? Yes, we can count the hotels. So, what will come over here? Many. There aren't many hotels in this town. Next. Not dash petrol is left in the car. Petrol. Can you count petrol? No. It's in the amount form. So, what do you have to write over here? Not much petrol is left in the car now. The rest 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 you have to do by yourself. Okay? Next. Complete the sentence. Use much or many with one of these words. Already the words are given to you. Time, times, books, people, luggage, countries. All these words are already given. What you have to do? Using these words. In front of these words, either you have to use much. Either you will be using much or else many. Let's see the first one. Have you got dash? No, only this bag. So, have you got dash. What will come? Bag means what? Luggage. So can we count luggage? If nobody tells us, we cannot count, as it is in the form of amount. So what will come over here? Have you got much luggage? In the same way, I don't read very much. I haven't got books. Not time or times. Books. I haven't got many books, because books are in number. In the same way, third one, I know Paris very well. I have been there dash. A person can go to Paris times. We can count that times. Is it? Times we can count. So what will come over here? I have been there many times. Clear? In the same way, you have to solve 4, 5 and 6. So the first one is, have you got much luggage? No. Only this bag. Second one, I don't read very much. I haven't got many books. Third, I know Paris very well. I have been there many times. In the same way, you have to complete this fill-ups also. All these fill-ups and this read-write each sentence in a better way, this also you have to complete. Complete each sentence with a lot of plus one of these words. These words means which words? Fun, accident, books, interesting things, traffic. Using these words in front of these, a lot of should come. So how you will write? I love reading. I have a lot of books. We enjoyed our holiday. We had a lot of fun. This road is very dangerous. There have been a lot of accidents. In this way you have to write. Clear? Next, rewrite each sentence in a better way. He drinks much coffee. Example already given. He drinks a lot of coffee. Okay, so in the same way, what will be the second one? He had much snow this winter. So, we had much snow this winter. What will be the answer? We had, in place of much, we will write down a lot of snow this winter. In place of much, what you people will write down? A lot of snow. Here also in place of much, we wrote a lot of. Here also in place of much, a lot of will come. And here also in place of much, a lot of will come. Understood how to do? Next. This I already told you in the previous class in activity sheet 1. If you remember, I told you about cardinal numbers and ordinal numbers. Cardinal number means normally when we are counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And ordinal means in order, first position, second position. Remember? So next part is about this. An ordinal number tells the position of something in a series as first, second, third, etc. We can write an ordinal number in two ways. First, second, third, like that. Then 12th, 13th, 14th, all this. Okay? Note. We often use the before ordinal numbers. Our flat is on the first floor. We can say the date in two ways. 26th January, the 26th of January, or January the 26th. Both are correct. In the ordinal form, both are correct. 26th January, the 26th of January, or January the 26th. In the same way, 3rd November, the 3rd of November, or November the 3rd. Write the ordinal number for each of the following cardinal numbers. Write each in full and also in the short form. So what you have to do, you have to write in full also and in short form also. So 21 it's given. So it will be 21st. It's given over here 21. So you have to write down 21st. 20 in spelling. T-W-E-N-T-Y 20. 20 in spelling. And first, F-I-R-S-T, first. 12th. So, 12th. See how it is given 12th. 21st they said. Is it? So, this is 21st. Then they told you 12th. So, 12th. Then example will take 23rd, then this is 23rd. 42nd. Okay, so this is 40th, you can write on, if they will say 42, then you have to write on 42nd. If they will say 51, then 51st. Understood how to do? In this way you have to solve it by yourself. Clear? Next. This is the last page of your activity sheet 2. Find and number the hidden pictures. This will be your homework, children. You have to find and you have to number the hidden pictures 1 to 15. Write the names of pictures on the given lines. These are the lines. Given lines and the number of syllables in the box. And you also have to write down the number of syllables in the box. Okay, what are syllables? 6th and 7th also I told you. The vowels are known as syllables. Okay, so what vowels you know? A, E, I, O, U, 5 vowels are there. So what you have to do is that, first of all, you have to search out the hidden pictures. And then in that hidden pictures, you have to count the number of syllables or vowels. And then you have to write down in these boxes. In the fill-up, you'll write down the picture name. And in the box, you have to count and write down the syllables or vowels. Like the first one, flag. Now where is flag? We'll see. See, here flag given. Now you have to search. Where is flag? This one is the flag. So how many syllables or vowel is there in the flag? Only one. Only one. Is it? So that you will write on over here. Flag you will write in the first one. You will write on flag. Here you will write on flag. And how many syllables inside the box? One. In the same way you have to solve the rest. Okay. Like you got flag, in the same way you can get crow, then you can get a tiger, then you can get glove. What else you can get? Backpack, computer, then spoon. All these things you can get. Is it? In this way you have to search, and after searching you tally. After searching, tally whether all those pictures are related to these words or not. And then you search out. After searching, count the syllables or vowels you could say. And then write down in the fill-ups and boxes given over here at the last of your page. Understood? So here we have completed activity sheet 2, and in the month of August, mid of August, you people will be having your exams. Okay, dear children? So kindly get well prepared for your exams. It will be an online exam and you have to go through it. The first 4 chapters, 1.1, 1.2, 1.3 and 1.4. 4 chapters will be coming for your exam. Same as it is, the book question answers and meanings won't come. From in between of the chapters will be asking questions. So if you're not having the book, then buy a book and go through the chapters very nicely, because we will be asking the questions from in between of the chapter, not from the book exercise. In between of the chapter, nothing will come from outside. From in between of the chapter related to the topic, the questions will be asked and you have to answer it. Clear? So thoroughly you go through the chapters, each line, each para, and get well prepared for your next month exam. That is in the month of August. Okay? If you want to see the timetable, it will be provided in the school's website. Thank you, dear children.